Hey guys, a very good evening to all of you and welcome to the session on abstract reasoning for the exam MA-CET 2024. Friends, we are starting the session a little bit late, sorry for that, but let's get going. This is the abstract reasoning part 5. Today the questions are not very difficult. There are some tricky questions. If you remember, last session was actually a bit above moderate level difficulty. We solved quite a few tricky questions. Many of you fell into a lot of traps. Some of them could not be solved. Today it's not going to be like that. Today is a session where you will be able to get quite a few of the answers. Some of them are very simple. You'll get it in seconds. Only 2 or 3 are tricky, but it's a chill out session. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the first question. Here's the first question in front of you. Try to give me an answer in the next 30 seconds. It's a very simple question. Okay. The answer should not be very difficult at all. Let's see how many of you can get the answer. So observe the pattern carefully and try to get the fifth figure. Alright, I'm getting some answers. So let's see what the pattern is. So if you notice, this X was here. Okay, I'll change the color so that it can be visible. The X was here. It has shifted one block and then moved by one more block. So it is now in the second block, clockwise direction. Whereas a circle came down one block and now came down to the second block, and this is here, counterclockwise. So X moved clockwise 2 units, circle moved also moved clockwise 2 units. So basically they are moving in the clockwise direction, not counterclockwise. Okay. Again, let's observe what is happening. When you're going from here to here, the circle moved 2 units, 1 and 2. The X moved again 2, 1 and 2, and that's what you have. So you can see a pattern emerging. Basically, 2 units moving in the clockwise direction. Just to confirm, 1, 2, that is correct. 1, 2, that is correct. So therefore, the next one should be 1, 2. This should be a circle. 1, 2, and this should be X. So this is how the answer should be. Therefore, the correct answer happens to be D. Very simple to start with, right? D is the correct answer. Again, similar pattern. Get a very quick answer. Option 2. Question 2. By the way, answer may or may not be option 2. So don't go by it. It's question number 2. Quick answers. Let's see how many of you get the correct answer. Very good. The answer here is quite obvious. If you notice, 1, 2. So 1, 2. Then from here, 1, 2. You got this here. So 2. From here, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you got it over here. So the percentage is going in the counterclockwise direction by 2 units all the time, which means the next should be 1, 2, 1 and 2. So it should be over here. So clearly this is not correct. This is not correct. This is not correct. Maybe option B or E. Let's check. So this part is correct. What about the letter B? If you look at the letter B, clockwise direction always 1 unit. Clockwise direction always 1 unit. Which means the next should be over here. This is also correct. So the correct answer happens to be option B. Simple. Let's move on. Question number 3 in front of you. Again, not a difficult one at all. Quickly take a look at it and give me an answer. What is the answer to this particular question? Alright, so for those of you who have seen, attempted and given an option, let's see whether your answers are correct. Arrow first, big arrow going right, now bottom, then left, then top. By that logic, it is moving in clockwise direction. So next the big arrow should be right. So this is wrong, this is wrong. Now what about A, B or E? Let's look at the smaller arrows. This is always in the same direction. If you notice, this is always, so these arrows are not changing. It's only the big arrow that is changing. The small arrows with respect to the big arrow are always the same. Therefore, when you come back to the original, you should be getting back the same figure. The same figure happens to be in option B, not in A. Basically, only the big arrow is changing. The small arrows are remaining the same on the big arrow. The small arrows are remaining same on the big arrow. So wherever the big arrow is going in the same orientation, the small arrows are changing. So if the big arrow comes back to the same original position, the small arrows will also be in the same original position. Hence the answer is option B. Okay, next question. Here's one for you. Take a look at it and let's see how many of you get the correct answer here. Alright, so let's see what is happening here and what the correct answer is. So you have a dark area and a circle. Next, the dark area is coming one step to the right and the circle is going one step to the left. Okay, that's what happened. Next, what is happening? The circle is going two steps to the left and the dark circle or the dark area is going two steps to the right. Next, the circle is going 1, 2, 3 steps to the right and the dark area is going so from here to here 1, 2 and 3. So it is coming here. So the pattern is initially 1 step, next 2 steps, next 3 steps. Therefore the next should be 4 steps. 4 steps in the same direction that the circle was moving. Which direction is the circle moving? The circle was moving in the counterclockwise direction. So counterclockwise direction 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is not correct. This is not correct. Maybe C, maybe D, maybe E. And what about the dark part? The dark part is going in the clockwise direction. It should go clockwise 4. Clockwise 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are going to get option C correct and D. Option C is wrong. Option D is correct because this is the position that you want. Clear? So that is your answer. Option D. Okay. Next, a different pattern now. So we have seen rotation patterns. Now we will see a different pattern. This is again not very difficult at all. A very, very simple question. Let's go ahead and see how many of you get the correct answer. Guys, Mega, G's, Vaishnavi, please put the question number, okay? Please put the question number so that it's easy for me to identify. Alright, so quite a few of you are giving answer option A. Let's take a look whether A is correct. So if you're going from 1 to 2, basically this is going here, this is going here, this is going here, then this is coming over here. That's it, everything has moved. Once again, if you're going from 2 to 3, then what is happening? You are, oh by the way, this went here. That's the arrangement. Let's see if the arrangement is the same. So you can see that the triangle is going here. That is where the triangle is now. Now this has moved, which is where this is. The circle has come down, which is where the circle is. This has gone to the center, which is where the star is. Then you have the diamond coming to the left corner, which is where the diamond is. So the pattern is the same pattern. So therefore, if I want to draw the pattern now, it will be this, which means circle, rhombus, this star, right angle triangle, this arrow, and yes, that's how it's going to be. So where is this? I can see this in option A. Right? Simple. Answer A is correct. Sixth question, once again on a similar pattern that we have seen. Please go ahead, give me a quick answer. Guys, see, please put in the question number, okay? Question number and then option, like what Aditya has put. Because it will be easy. See, if the previous question is A, here also it is A. I don't know who's typing for which answer. I don't know whether you're typing it correctly or not. So, please put the question number. Aditya says A, Sneha says B, A, B, A, B. Oh, there are a lot of A, B's, A, B's. So, let's see what is happening here. Ideally, this should not have created a problem. So, if you notice, you're going from 1, 2, 3. At the rate ampersand is going, at the rate sign is going 1, 2, 3 clockwise. Then 1, 2, 3 clockwise. Then 1, 2, 3 clockwise. Correct? So, you can see the at the rate sign moving 1, 2, 3 in the clockwise direction, which means 1, 2, 3 clockwise. I want the ampersand to be the at the rate sign to be in this position. Therefore, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. It's either B or E. Let's also verify for the percentage. Let's take a look at the percentage. What is happening to the percentage? Percentage is going, if I can clear this. So I have to look for the percentage. So percentage, so this is what I'm checking for. I know and the other rate is correct. The percentage, if you go 1, 2, 3 clockwise, 1, 2, then from here 1, 2, 3, oh sorry, not 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3 clockwise, then 1, 2, 3 clockwise. So percentage is also going clockwise 3, which means 1, 2, 3, I want it over here. This is where it should be. Therefore, option B is correct. Now, some of you in the beginning gave option A. Please verify where you made the mistake. Okay, after doing 4 or 5, you should not make such a mistake again. Okay, okay. So that's your answer. Next is a very simple question, guys. 20 seconds, give me an answer. Very, very simple one. 20 seconds, give me an answer. Seventh one, correct answer is option A. So you can see arrow coming in, the coming arrow, 2 arrows are going out, and then finally I'm going to have the same 2 arrows going out and 2 arrows coming in. Simple. Okay, question number 8, slightly different looking question. Let's see if you can get the correct answer for this. Okay, many of you are saying option B for Bombay. Okay, let's see. There are first of all 6 dots, 5 dots, 4 dots, 3 dots, therefore there should be 2 dots. Unfortunately, everywhere there are only 2 dots. So that is not enough for us. Then if you notice, this is in the shape of a crescent moon. It has now turned by 90 degrees. Again it has turned by 90 degrees. It is again turning by 90 degrees in the counterclockwise direction. Therefore my answer should be like this. So that is option B. Very simple, right? Okay. Next is a very simple one. 15 seconds, give me an answer. Aditya, okay, I'll get to that. Aditya, we have already moved on to question 9. I don't want to change the slide right now. You can look at the explanation once again, probably in the recording. It will be there, don't worry. So this is a very simple answer. Yes. Or if you got the answer, it's C in this orientation, then C like this, C like this, then C like this. Therefore, you should have a C like this again, which is exactly what is happening in option A. And you can notice that the arrows are not changing. It's only the C which is changing. So when you do 4 rotations and the 5th one will be the starting point again. And that's what it is. Starting point. Okay. Next again is a very simple question. These are all very simple questions, guys. As I said, today it's a very chilled out session. Not too much of stress on your brains. Very simple. Get the correct answers in seconds, and I think you are getting the correct answers. Very good. Aditya, I will go to question number 7. Please, let's finish this first. I don't want to change the PPT because it will change for everyone. Okay, so what is happening here? So you have a movement 90 degrees, then another movement 90 degrees, then another movement 90 degrees. Therefore, the last one should also be a movement 90 degrees, which means this will be here like this. That is there in option A. Clear? Okay, 11th is a different pattern. Take a look at it. Okay, so here you have to identify what is happening. So your x, sorry, okay, not x, sorry, the plus. So the plus has come here, your C has gone here, your equal to has come here, your S has come over here, and your X came here. Let us see if the pattern repeats. Once again, if you're noticing, so going from 1 to 2, this is what happened. Now from going from 2 to 3, we have to see what is happening from 2 to 3. Is the pattern repeating? So once again, your S has come here, your equal to has come here, your plus has gone here, your X has come here, and where else? Yes, your C has come here. So you can see exact same markings, which means the pattern is repeating. Then I can apply the same pattern after 5th. So after 5th, what will happen? So I will have to have the C coming here, the X will have to go here, then this S will have to come here, equal to will be here, and plus will be here, which means plus C equal to X and S. This is how it should be. And where is this? I think plus equal to x plus equal to x. Yes, I think that is option C. Okay, so here arrows can be random, but that random thing is continuing every time there is the same. So you don't ask me why is this like this, that is given to you, but the same given picture is repeating, the same given arrows are repeating, which means whatever logic they apply to get these arrows, that same thing has been blindly repeated, which means your final answer should also be in the same way. Okay, so option C is correct. Next question. Another interesting small question. Let's see how many of you get the correct answer. Any answers? Question number 12. So there is a, there is a C. Okay, let's see, is it A or C? So firstly, what happened? Your W was like this. Then you are turning it counterclockwise, because of which it is becoming like this. And then not just that, now you are erasing half of it. You are erasing half of it. So remember, this much has gone. Now this you are again rotating by clockwise. So you are getting this. And now this also is gone. That's how you got this. So you are rotating it in the clockwise direction. You are rotating it in the clockwise direction. So if I rotate this in the clockwise direction, I should get this. Now this is what was there. Okay, now the question is, how much should I erase? So if you look at, so there are two ways of arguing. One, in fact, I would actually say there's only one way of arguing. How much was erased? How much was erased? So you can see that this much of length was erased. Now this is very subjective. Is this equivalent to what was being erased? Or should I take half of, so if you notice, between A and C, clearly these two are wrong. The doubt is between A and C. And both of them, in my opinion, have a problem. Let's understand what is the problem. If you look at A, see, this is what was erased. This is what is erased. Do you agree? Yes. So half and the small portion, which is more than what got erased. Here it was only half. Whereas in option A, half plus something got erased. Agree? Now look at option C. This is what got erased. But in the first instance, this much got erased. So here, this is smaller than, in option C, what is erased is less than what happened earlier. In option A, what is erased is more than what happened earlier, if you go by the length part of it. So both of them, in my opinion, are wrong. However, this was an actual question that came in one of the previous exams, and they gave the answer as option C. They gave the answer as option C. So it is very subjective why they gave answer option C, because I would, if you technically look at it, look at the figure, saying that look, this is the half part which got erased, then this half got erased. Then if you're looking at half of a line and half of a line, then I should at least have half a line here. Only half should get erased in the next line. That logic is also not there. If I look at the length, definitely C is not correct. So it's a very subjective answer, and they've given option C. So basically they're saying that here this much, this is equivalent to this half. But visually it is clearly not like that. But that's how they have taken. Now you can always argue. Unfortunately, questions like this actually do come in your exam. And there is nothing you can do about it. The examiner says this is how it is. And you, because they are in the position to determine and finally say what is right and what is wrong, you can't contest. I hope you understand that there are certain questions like this which will be ambiguous. If you really followed, somebody could have marked option E. And now if you are smart enough to identify all these three options, then you should also be smart enough to say that, look, there is no clear answer here. There's no use breaking your head on what is the correct answer, because you will never know what is in the examiner's head. I showed you 3 different ways of thinking. I can get 3 different answers. So in such a scenario, don't waste your time. Just mark one of them and get out. You know for sure if you're lucky, you will be correct. Otherwise, you know examiner did something wrong there and their way of thinking and your way of thinking is not matching. And technically, you're still right. They are not agreeing to your technicality, that's all. And there's nothing you can do. You just leave and go out. Simple? Okay. Aditya, yes, if there's a problem in both options, you can mark option E. Don't think too much, should I mark option E or not? Mark and go. It is better to make a mistake and save time than waste a lot of time and leave the question. Because when you make a mistake, yes, you'll get some negative, but at least you're saving time so that you can answer another question. If you waste a lot of time and don't mark it, yes, you're saving that small fractional mark, but in that time that you wasted, I could have solved one question more and get more marks. Right? You getting the logic? Okay. Next and the last question for the day. Please take a look at it. It's a very, very easy question. Few seconds, you should be able to get the answer. So what is the answer here, guys? Very good. So you have E in this orientation, then E in this orientation, then E in this orientation. So basically what is happening here, you are twisting it counterclockwise, which means the neck should be like this. So I will have a E like this. So this is wrong, this is wrong. Now between A and E, you have to be very careful. When you are twisting it, this should be the X, this should be the arrow, and this should be the circle, which is option D, not A. Okay, that is option D. Therefore, that is the correct answer. Now somebody was talking about question number 7. Okay, let's understand what is happening in question number 7. So you have an arrow coming in, and then now it is opposite, and then an arrow came in, then again this remained the same and this came in. So are you able to identify a pattern here? So let's understand what is a pattern. If you understand the pattern correctly, you will realize that if this moved by 90 degrees and a new arrow came which is opposite of the direction, so this is in, this came here and opposite of the initial arrow. Now if you move this by 90 degrees, okay, so there's something wrong in this. Oh, all right. Okay, that logic is not working. Let's look at another logic then. This is the first arrow. Now let us say this is the first arrow, but here the direction is reversed, and a new arrow came in the opposite direction. So basically the arrow is remaining there. A new arrow is coming in the opposite direction, and the original arrow is changing its direction. So if you look at it, then if you go by that logic, this is going out and the new arrow is coming in, and then what is happening, you have these two, and then the new arrow is going to be coming in the opposite direction. So a new arrow is coming in the opposite direction, so then the new arrow should come in the opposite direction again. So here the logic fits, and therefore you'll be getting the answer option A. So you have seen that there are 1 or 2 different ways of thinking. One of them fits, the other is not fitting, and therefore you're going to get your answer accordingly. Well, friends, that brings us to the end of the session. So please, we have a MH-CET session ongoing already, and if you are interested in this, please join up. We have live classes, recorded classes, and concept classes also, and of course there are mocks and practice questions available for you. So if you are really interested in MH-CET and giving it a good serious try, go ahead and enroll with us. Thank you, my friends. All the very best in your preparation. Please be tuned into our channel, because we're going to come back to you with loads of free content. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.